So when you look at the Suicide Squad members, and when we start doing, say, a head count, a significant number of them have actually appeared in different video game representations. You can look at Green Lantern, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn has stylishly made her way into a lot of games. Injustice, the Arkham games, but Injustice kind of covers a huge chunk of the roster. I think we can say Captain Boomerang and King Shark are two of, say a few that we haven't seen in majority of these games that I've mentioned. But there is something that still seems to be missing when this roster is analyzed from the gaming perspective, especially from the hero side of things. Batman has been able to log in 4 games in the Arkham universe and other games in the past. Wonder Woman, she showed up in the Injustice games and she's getting her own video game right now. However, the missing piece of this whole thing is Superman and a video game for him. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm very passionate about this whole topic and subject that a Superman video game can be made. I usually enjoy the conversation, and in the past I used to give a lot of my ideas on YouTube, but then I realized, man, there's no need to make it too easy, but I would also love to hear what other people think as well. So I pulled those videos down and I decided, why not just open the conversation in order for us to be able to start having what I think is serious talks that may eventually start making their way into the ears of those with enough influence to greenlight a game like this. We knew of a Superman game that was in production, and this Superman game pretty much, went bust because the publisher went out of business and the development team could not find a publisher that wanted to touch the game. This was in the PlayStation 3 era. And since then, we haven't necessarily seen much, but there was another pitch that actually did go out. There were arts, images and concept art and, art documents that were, made their way out in the wild. And this was also from another team that was pitching it. When all is said and done, nonetheless, I think the DC community as a whole, in terms of, games and movies and so on and so forth, I don't think we've actually had our voices, collectively put in one position to be able to kind of see what we all think and how enthusiastic this particular paradigm is. Maybe on Reddit, you might see some people say some things, maybe on some other forums. So what I've decided to do is on the Video Game Fight School Discord server, I've created a channel that is called the Superman Game Theory. The link to the server is in the description, by the way. And this is where we're going to be talking about Superman games, possible game theories on how you can make a game for Superman that will make sense. Now, it's up to you how you basically go ahead and craft your ideas. It is just something that I think will foster conversation. I think will really open and expose a lot of people to a different aspect of the, community's ideas. And seeing Superman in the Suicide Squad game now, in my opinion, is more than likely going to open a different side of the conversation. Because, ladies and gentlemen, at first, we're limited by the conversationists who said, how will you do it in a big city? How are you going to, execute all of these different things? Superman is going to beat on everybody. He's going to destroy everything. But we killed the Justice League. We are now going to see a different side of where you have to have these guys take on Superman. And there has to be a resolution to this. It's either this Superman obliterates everybody, or there are forces that now have to come together and pin Superman down in this universe and, in quote, take him out. So when this story is all unfolded, when it's all said and done in the Suicide Squad universe, I think the conversation is going to take for a whole different spin and a whole different turn. Again, you're seeing the character now in a video game. You're seeing the Justice League members. We even got to see Wonder Woman go against them in some of the trailers. If you've not seen that trailer, I promise you I'm not spoiling it for you. There were trailers that we got to see where Superman and Wonder Woman are basically going at it. They're fighting. And that was very interesting to see because, from a canonical perspective, Superman's going to smoke her. And even in Snyder's universe, he basically demolishes, all of the forces against them. It took, Lois Lane to be able to come in and kind of calm him down. But this is a different scenario we're talking about nonetheless. This is Brainiac that's already controlling this Superman. And this is not an Injustice style Superman that's aware of what he's doing, but he's already been corrupted by the moral decay of Earth. This is a Superman that is actually on the good side, wanting to go out there and destroy, bad guys. How are they going to execute it? I think the Suicide Squad game kind of lays a weird reverse foundation for this. But as the conversations go on, I think we're going to see some really cool ideas unfold. And like I said, the moment this game drops and the moment we see the end of this game, it really is going to tell something that, for the most part, has been largely ignored with Superman as a character in a video game in a way that makes sense. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching the video. Also, like I earlier stated, we have a forum where people can start talking about this stuff. I'm going to try my best to structure it very well, perhaps create, a few threads that would make it be more organized so that we can pretty much start to, get some traction as to how this conversation will go overall. Thanks for watching the video. Appreciate you guys' time and audience, and hopefully we can talk pretty soon in another one. Peace out.